Hi,
So
Kelly.
this is such an unprecedented time in America, and I both of us have younger kids, and so I just want to thank you and for everything that you're doing to make the most during this quarantine. Whether you're reading bedtime stories to kids on your social, or you're reuniting iconic casts, you're creating content, you're performing. Like it's so inspiring. Like what's motivating you? Kind of what's your driving force during this time?
My driving force right now is to give people any sense of light in the darkness, any sense of hope in this feeling of hopelessness and despair. So many of us, including myself, find ourselves in. I think that um, there's a healthy balance of action and also of giving kids a sense of normalcy and a sense of joy in what little joy we can find, and so that's been my attempt through obviously through COVID, and it's become specifically harder in the last 2 weeks because I think America's going through some real true pain right now, and specifically African Americans are going through some real pain right now that is difficult to frankly to find the right ways to entertain people or to distract, because I don't know that it's the right thing to distract. My hope is that when you need it, these things are there for you. If you're looking for a moment of respite, if you're looking for a moment to watch something with your family and just laugh or just smile. Things like Artemis Fowl, things like Central Park, things like Reunited Apart. I hope by putting them out in the world, they're giving to those who need them a sense of relief.
Artemis Fowl is a beloved franchise. There's 8 books in the series, and this film focuses on the first. And your character is not only this giant dwarf, but he's also our storyteller. So maybe set up a little bit about what we know about Mulch.
Mulch Diggins is a loner. He's roguish. I like to think of him as Hagrid by way of Han Solo, all in the form of Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy. He's very much out for himself, but also has a lovability about him, and a keen sense of surprise. Right? He's constantly surprising everyone he interacts with, because you're not quite sure whose side he's really on.
He's this giant dwarf, and he has these insecurities. He wants to be smaller, but it's actually his size that makes him the most valuable. So maybe talk to me a little bit about that kind of broader theme of the importance of embracing who we are and how being yourself can make the biggest difference.
Well, I think that that's the thing I love so much about the film is it's really about this disparate group of people who don't fit in because they are different, from Artemis to Holly Short, to Mulch himself, to Butler, and each of them is sort of like on the outskirts, on the outside looking in, but by their own unique attributes and by their ability to see the world from a different perspective, they're able to become almost this family and accomplish unthinkable things, in return.
Your character is very funny, and there's serious sides to the film, and it's fantastical. You've worked with Kenneth Branagh before, so what kind of freedom did you have within the role?
A great freedom. Ken provided me with an opportunity to really play. On Murder on the Orient Express, it was a fully locked script that was brilliant, written by Michael Green, and on this film we started again with a tremendous script, but the nature of the material sort of warranted a sense of discovery, and so he really encouraged that. Now look around, this is what they call